can turn the world on with a smile. You can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile. Well, it's your girl and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, don't need to fake it. You can never down, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all.
Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Today is Wednesday, September 12th. Normally I do my show on Thursdays, but I am flying off tomorrow. Marc has 664 days left to go in his U.S. prison sentence, or hopefully a lot less if he gets transferred home next year. Stay tuned for more on that. But yes, tomorrow I am flying to Boston because I've been invited to speak at the Boston Freedom Rally. 21 years this has been going on out on the East Coast, so that's one of the biggest gatherings of cannabis enthusiasts and anti-prohibition people ever in the world. So I'm stoked to be going to this. It's such an honor. So I'll be there speaking on the 15th on Saturday on the main stage at 1:50 p.m. I'll also be there with free Marc t-shirts and stickers and goodies that you can come to a tent and hopefully get something from us if you'd like, and say hi if you want to come and meet me. I've heard from a few people who said they're making the trip to hear me speak, so I hope I do a good job for you. And about 2 years ago, in fact on the 10th, Marc was in Seattle in federal court accepting his plea deal for 5-year sentence. So 2 years ago, as of September 10th, that's when it all officially came to an end and Marc began formally serving his time under his sentence of 5 years. So hopefully, again, we'll get Marc home sooner than a 5-year sentence, but that was a little bit of the history that happened here. And there's a bit of history in this building too. We've always had a lot of changes going on here. So in fact, today is going to be the last day you guys will see me doing my show in this spot at my desk with this wonderful historical wall, which I'm so sad to say is actually going to have to be painted over for our store to expand into this office space at the back of our store. So that's a big change, but you know, we had the old magazine office down in the basement before, and it used to be next door at the Dominion building, so there's always a lot of shifting and change happening. In fact, this used to be the seed office, so things that once were are no more, and we're moving on up to the top of the building. So that's coming up, and on Monday I think we're going to be doing all that, and I'll have a whole new setting for the show. So it's the end of that. Goodbye, beautiful pot leaf wall. It was done by Gary long ago, and it served us well. So things are changing, and I'm a little nervous, but it's going to be all good. I know it. So on Friday, Marc and I were featured in the province newspaper. The headline said, "Emery's continue to bash U.S. drug war," or something along those lines. I didn't get a physical copy of the paper because I was down in Mississippi visiting Marc, but I do have a digital edition, so you can see here what the layout of the page looked like. And Jon Ferry, who has been writing a lot about Marc and even went to visit him, wrote this article about Marc's Huffington Post blog, condemning Obama for worsening the drug war, and then mentioning me and supporting Washington's Initiative 502 and the impact that that would have on BC. So that's a great column. And when that got published, I was asked by Roy Green of the Corus Radio Network, after I left the prison on Sunday, I got to do a 20-minute segment broadcast across Canada on the Roy Green Show, where he asked me about Marc and about Washington and about his prosecutor and about how everybody agrees that marijuana prohibition needs to end. And he was on board with that. So it was a fantastic piece. We may have changed a lot of people's minds, and I got a few promotions out there for sensiblebc.org, Dana Larson's referendum that's coming up and just got approved to be presented to the BC citizens in 2 years from now. So I'll bring you more about that. That's brand new, spanking news as of last night. So I'll have more details about sensiblebc.org in upcoming shows. But check it out if you're in BC, because that's big news for us, just like all the initiatives down in the US are big news for them and everybody everywhere. So I'm going to do the draw now for the Free Marc prize pack, which, as always, comes with 4 stickers, a Free Marc button, and a free Marc t-shirt. Now, unfortunately, we're really low on stock and we've run out of a few sizes of shirts. So if you've won in recent weeks and haven't yet received your prize pack, we're getting the stock in really quick here, and I'll be sure to send it out to everyone who's waiting. So thanks a lot for watching as always. You enter by sending an email to jodie@cannabisculture.com. I put you in the bubble bag and hopefully draw your name. And this week's winner is going to be Kimberly. It's Kimberly S. I'm always here to support you, sending lots of love. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Kimberly. You are a winner. We have women's free Marc t-shirts and also tank tops. So when I send an email to you, I'll see which ones you're interested in. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hopefully I'll meet some of you in Boston, but I'll be back here next week on Thursday in a whole new set here at the Cannabis Culture headquarters, downtown Vancouver, 307 West Hastings Street, home of CannabisCulture.com, Pot TV, the CCHQ store, and the BCMP headquarters lounges. You can always come visit, and I'd love it if you stop by and say hi. See you next week, and do what you can to end this drug war. Peace. Free Marc.
Marc Emery, BC's own Prince of Pot, is expected to plead guilty in a Seattle courtroom today. Emery was extradited to Seattle on Thursday to face charges for allegedly selling marijuana seeds through the mail to American customers. He's scheduled to appear in a Seattle federal court this afternoon, and his wife says he will plead guilty. The pot activist is expected to serve a 5-year prison sentence in the U.S. Over the weekend, more than 80 rallies were held around the world calling for Emery to be returned to Canada to serve his jail term.